Welcome to 2023, first dig of the year. Kev's invited me up to his permission. It's a bit blowy, Kev's a bit poorly.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, let's see what we can find. See you on the first. First target of 2023, and it's this small bullet. Within a couple of minutes of getting here. Right, let's move on. This was reading about 32. No idea what it is. There it is. No idea. No weight to it. But a find. Mickey Mouse. Right, let's move on. Well, this was a surface find reading a 38. It's got to be a big old penny, I would say. Bit crusty. But first coin of 2023. Happy days. Right, let's move on. This was a screaming signal. There it is. Horsey tacky thing. That's all it is. Right, let's move on. Another surface find reading a 31. There it is. I've not pulled it out yet. Let's have a look. Probably a... oh, look at that. What a load of cack. That's going in the edge. Never mind. Off you go. This was reading 25. And it's probably a small button. Looking at it. Or is it a coin? Let's have a look. No, I don't think it's a button. It could be a small coin, very thin. Yeah, that's what I think it is. Won't be doing any live digs today, it's too windy. Yeah, right, let's carry on. This was reading 37, I've not touched it yet. It could be a button, could be a coin. And I think that is a coin. Bit battered. But hey-oh. Or is it a button? Yeah, it's a button. Dandy button, whatever. There it is, I can see the shank in the middle. Right, let's move on. Right, this was a reading of 33. I thought I saw something else there then. I'll leave that there a minute. And I think I've got an hammered. Look at that. I'm going to give that a gentle clean with a spray bottle and see what comes up of it. Yeah, reading of 33. Quite clear signal. Happy days. Right, let's give that a clean and I'll come back to you. Well, what a start to 2023. Just had to think then. Hammered coin. Absolutely made up. It's a bit battered at the edges. But the first hammered of 2023. Happy days. Happy days. Right, let's move on. This is reading 26 and it's got to be a small button. Or what? Some sort of stud, I think. That's all it is. Yeah, some sort of stud. Okay, let's move on. Just picked that out of the ground, quite small. Could be a button. Looking at it. Very small. Right, let's move on. Reading a 33, I dug the hole, then I lost it, so I filled the hole back in and there it was. Top of a button, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, it'd be the top of a button. There you go. Right, let's move on. This was a reading of 40. I just turned my sod over and I could see it lying on top of that stone there. It's got to be a button in it. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, gold gilded button. Oh, that should clean up nice. It's got writing around the edges there. Yeah, happy with that. Right, let's move on. This is reading 35. It's got to be a button. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's got to be a button. There it is. There's a shank on the back. Happy days. I don't mind finding buttons. Right, let's move on. This is reading 33, 34. Close. There it is. No, it's not. Could be that actually. Let's just check. No. There it is. That's what it was. Whatever that is. No idea. Looks like a blade of some sort. Right, let's move on. This was reading 31. There it is. Now, is that cut off or not? Let's have a look. I've no idea. I don't think it is actually, looking at the back. It's a dead straight cut though. Right, I'm going to give that a clean. If there's anything on it, I'll let you know. If not, I'll just carry on. This was reading 34. Circular piece of lead. I wonder if it's a gaming piece. Could well be. Quite heavy. I'll give that a clean when I get back. See if there's any markings on it. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Don't mind finding bits of lead like that. Right, let's move on. This was a eye reading of 44, and I think that's a weight. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the biggest one I found. I found a very small one, probably about a year ago, but that's the best one I found, or this one I should say. Lovely. Happy days of that. I'm going to give that a clean, see if there's any markings on it, because normally you get some writing or crown on it or whatever. Be back in a minute. Yeah, I'll give that trade weight a little clean. It's one of the best ones I've found actually, or the largest one I've found. It's got a circle going around there, and I think it may have something in the middle, but until I take it home and give it a wash, soapy wash, see what else is on it. Happy days. Right, let's move on. Just dug this up, a reading of 43. That's about old. Took me a bit to find it. Now, what is it? Let's have a look. It looks quite thin. It's definitely a coin. Half-pence size, I would say. It's definitely not enamoured. But I would say, yes, that's a coin. Happy days. Right, let's move on. God knows what this is I've just dug up. Some sort of tap or whatever. Yeah, some sort of tap. There's the switch there, I would say. Gas pipe or whatever. Okay, let's move on. Just found this. I think it's a plate of some sort, because there's an hole there and an hole down the bottom. It was bent up. I bent it back. I'll give that a clean when I get back, see if there's anything on it. If not, it'll go in my scrapbook bucket. Right, on to the next. It's absolutely chucking it down, and we're just sheltered under some trees. Kev's over there. Yeah, we're just sheltering. I think it's just a cloud going across, and then we'll carry on. Just moved to this area now. Yeah, let's see what else we can find. This is a reading of 32. No, don't know what that is. I'm going to give that a little clean because I think there's a little pattern on there. Could be a button, I don't know. I'll look at the back in a minute. Right, I'll give it a spray and I'll come straight back to you. Yeah, just give it a clean. It is a button. There's some detail on there. I'll have a look at that a bit more closely when I get back. And there's the shank at the back and a bit of gold gilt. Yeah, happy with that. Right, let's move on. Yeah, just doing this field at the moment, and I've just had a signal of 35, and there it is. Bit crusty, bit like all coins. I'll give them a clean when I get back. In fact, that could be a button. I don't know until I get back. Happy days. Right, let's move on. Another button. That's all it is. I think it is. It's quite thick. I'll have another look when I get back. It's quite heavy, that one, off a bit of weight to that. It's chucking it down the rain. Kev's up by the edge at the top. Right, let's carry on. This was reading 27. It's a bit of bronze pottery. That'd be nice with a bit of wax on it. Lovely. Right, let's move on. Kev just found something lovely here. It's not touched it yet. None of us have. But it's got a pattern around it. I wonder what it is. Nice one, Kev.
There's a pattern on there. I'm going to just gently knock the dirt off the back. Oh,
There it is.
there's some kind of a plate, some kind of a mount.
Off a drawer handle.
I don't know.
Still nice though, Kev. I like that. Well done, mate. That's our last hole of the day as well, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, back at the car. Not a bad day. Enjoyed it. Thanks to Kev. Much appreciated, Kev, for inviting me up here again.
Alright, thanks for coming.
We're both muddy. We got soaked.
We're both poorly.
But other than that, make sure you subscribe to Kev's channel and please subscribe to mine. It is free. Take care, everybody. Right then, back from me dig with Kev, Detector Kev. Let's go through the finds. Start off with the bottom stuff. This item here, which has got to be part of gas or electric, I would say gas. Got a switch, little switch there. This unusual item looks like a cat or a dog. Don't know. Probably a dog tag. I think there's an hole going through the left hand ear there. Bit of scrap. Clay pipe, part of. Kev found a nice one yesterday with a full bowl on the end. Bits of lead. They'll all go into the scrap bucket. This plaque item, I've tried to give it a clean, but there's nothing on it. So that will go into the scrap bucket, which is a shame. Nothing on the back. One bullet, 2 ringer. This item, no idea what it is. It's probably a blade of some sort, I have no idea. Horsey thing. Buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This one being a nice one with you can see a man there with his gun with his dog in front. That one's got a bit of detail on it as well, and some writing. This gold gilt one, it needs a better clean, but I think that's a phoenix there. Thought this was a cut half when I first dug it up, but I can remember a few weeks ago when I went with Kev, I found the other half of this, and it's so brittle, it's just a piece of metal. Piece of medieval bronze, I would say, from a pot. Found a few good pieces of this in the past. Coins. 1, 2. This one completely battered, but you can just make out the face facing to the right. 19 something. Old penny that was lying on the surface. Another little coin, completely battered. No idea what it could have been. It could have been a farthing or whatever. Gaming piece, lead gaming piece. This was a nice find. Lead. You see the circle going on there. There's a crown at the top and some lettering. I just can't make out the lettering, but I'll try and zoom in on that on my magnifier. But that was an excellent find. Another find was a hammered coin, bit battered, but it's my first hammered coin on New Year's Day 2023. I'm so pleased with that. Just make out the other side. There you go. Yeah, so that's me finds for today, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.